Thanks for listening. This is Nerds with Mikes, episode 7. As Travis likes to say, one more than Star Wars. I'm Justin.
And I'm Travis.
And I'm Maxwell. I'm actually here.
Hello, Maxwell.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Why do we always go with the British accent?
I don't know.
I mean, why not, though?
That's all we know.
Do you have a Scottish one, Maxwell? I know you have a Deutsch one.
Give us some Sean Connery. Oh, God.
Low effort. No, that's
Okay, all right.
Good try.
Yeah. All right, so what have you guys been up to?
Well, I have been drinking bottles of champagne over the weekend.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I was actually at a Scottish wedding over the weekend, and then a few days before that, I was in Austin, Texas for work. So I've been doing a lot. Video games, I've actually gotten to play some. Justin, you're not going to like what I'm going to say, and Maxwell, neither are you. I've recently, this past week, gotten back into Destiny.
No.
It's got me by the gonads.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Listen, guys, I watched the new expansion coming out in September, and it got me excited for that game. So I went back and started to play, and they've actually made a lot of really good changes. I know neither of you care about that, and I'm basically going back on everything that I've ever. Yeah, I basically am going back on everything that I've ever said. But yeah, I've been playing that, and then I've actually been getting back into Just Cause 3 because I never really got into it. I love the second one, but I've been playing a lot of the third one and having a lot of fun with that. But
So hold on. You got back into Just Cause 3 because you never really got back into it?
yeah, that's exactly right. No, did I say that?
Yeah.
I meant to say I got. Maybe I should have said I got.
You got back into it because you never got into it.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm gonna get into it because I didn't get into it. Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
Eh.
All right. But anyways, yeah, that's what's been going on with me. What about you, Papa Maxwell? I don't know why I called you Papa Maxwell.
Papa Maxwell. Well,
I don't think it's the
let's
first
see
time.
here. I've been working. And I
you
think
work?
That's pretty much it.
Is that what
yeah,
you-
I work.
Oh, my God.
I like that. Is that original?
I think that was accurate, right?
That
Yeah.
sounded
Those-
just like the real song.
I was actually reading the lyrics online as well. I was saying
Oh, wow.
it, so.
Oh, okay.
That's fantastic.
So you've been working. Have you got any time recently at the beach?
Actually, no.
Oh, wow.
Oddly enough, it's like 10 minutes away from me, and I have not been.
Oddly enough, you still look as white as you were when you left. So
Have there been any pit bull sightings?
Maybe whiter. If what?
Any pit bull sightings?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's so
It's
disappointing.
very disappointing.
yeah,
I would expect to run into him like once a day.
at least on a
minimum.
wall somewhere.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like at Starbucks or something.
Yeah, I mean, Mr.
Mr. Worldwide needs his drink.
Mr. 305. What about you, Justin? What have you been up to?
Not much. My kid's been sick, so I've just been watching Disney movies for the last 4 or 5 days.
That's why I have a dog.
Oh, okay. Well,
My dog watches movies too.
what's your dog's life expectancy?
Oh,
that
no.
was dark. I'm
Wow.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow.
PETA all over
Longer
that.
than yours is now. 'cause
Yeah.
You about to die.
You were dead to me.
That was cold. I didn't mean that.
Oh, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. All right. Well, other than your kid being sick, and clearly your kid's going to live longer than my dog now. We
Yeah.
know this. What else have you been into? Anything? Don't say your mother. I seen that look in your eye, and I knew
almost
it.
did.
Yeah, you almost did.
Not a lot. Just I just finished up finals this week, so all work is over. It's time to play. Probably play something maybe tonight.
Oh, well, fantastic. All right. Well, so now that we've all, know what we've been into, let's transition into movies, Maxwell.
Oh, I thought we were going to get into our new topic, sports.
Oh, sport. Yeah.
No, that's politics
Yeah.
comes
How about-
first, and then sports.
How about those Cavs? Because I know we
Yeah.
all follow. Well, actually, Justin follows sports.
I do
That
follow
big
sports, yeah.
touchdown by Kobe Arnold.
Kobe Arnold?
Yeah,
in the
by
touchdown.
by King James. Is that his name? You know what they call the Kobe? No, not Kobe. They call that LeBron James, right?
LeBron James,
King
yes.
James is LeBron, yeah.
Yeah. So, are you glad? Are you glad to see the Cavaliers finally break the streak?
I honestly don't care.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
I
a
don't
Cavs
either,
fan,
and that
yeah.
was more of a joke about bringing up sports.
Oh, well, I thought
think
maybe
any
you
of
brought
us
that
were
up
into it.
because you were a little bitter because he left the Miami Heat to go back to Cleveland. I thought maybe that
I
you
really
were-
don't care.
Oh, okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and move on
To weather?
Yeah.
to weather. So how's the weather down there, Maxwell?
It's humid. It's very hot.
Yeah, it is here too.
Yep.
And it's pretty much from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and in between that.
So it sounds pretty miserable. It sounds like you walk outside and it's just hard to breathe.
Yeah, you got to like cut through the air.
Oh, that's good. So now that we know what the weather's... Oh, well, in case you missed anything back home, it's been a monsoon here.
Yeah.
Lots of flooding over the great state of West
A
Virginia.
house caught on fire and then floated down the river.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah, it's on the internet, Maxwell.
Yeah, and that means
No,
it's
I
true.
know. Everybody's been bringing it up actually at work.
Yeah. So at work, at your work,
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, West Virginia," and yeah,
and they're like, "Hey,
Bad news.
is that your house?" Because
and there were people trapped in a mall.
Yeah, the bridge collapsed.
yeah,
That's
Yes.
crazy. Are they still there?
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
Let me
I think
ask you
so.
something, Maxwell, because I know I
guess
had
there's
this.
worse places to be stuck.
Hey, Travis,
Yeah. What?
go ahead.
Okay. So I had this issue all the time when I lived out in St. Louis. When people ask you where you're from and you say West Virginia, does people really
how's
think that-
Virginia?
yeah. You're from the west side of Virginia, is that right?
Yeah. I'll literally go, "Oh yeah, I'm from West Virginia," and they're like, "Oh, Virginia."
No, that's West Virginia's the state too.
No, I didn't just say West because I wanted to.
So but you do run into that all the time.
Oh, every time.
Every time.
Every
So I
time
just
you
go.
run into it
I
every
go,
time.
"No, it's from Best Virginia."
Yeah. So okay. Well, now that we've dappered in sports, dappered? That's not it. Now that we've dabbled in sports and weather, let's get into things that's
News and current events. No, for real.
No, we're not going to do that.
No.
Let's talk about some brighter things, Maxwell. Why don't you talk about one of our favorite things in life? You may have heard of it. It's called Star Wars Rogue One. You ever heard of it?
Ooh.
Why don't
No, what is this?
I hear it's a
Can
movie.
I talk about it? Oh.
Yeah.
I'll talk about I like movies. I'll talk about it.
Okay, you do that.
All right. So, big major news, Star Wars Rogue One.
I feel like there should be a fanfare after that.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Darth Vader, of course, is confirmed, and the almighty James Earl Jones will voice.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Who could ask for anything better?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the last movie I'd ever see him in is The Sandlot,
Gosh.
Ooh, nice.
because I don't know if I've ever seen him in a movie after that.
Entertainment Weekly, they did do a story on it this week, and they kind of revealed some characters like Mads Mikkelsen from Hannibal is going to be playing the main character. I'm probably going to butcher this name, Jyn Erso. It's going to be playing her father, and also she has been charged of some crimes, but they'll be wiped clean if she carries out this mission. And Forrest
Spoiler
Whitaker,
alert.
I know, I know. And Forrest Whitaker, who is just in things all the time. I can't name one, but I've seen him in things. But
I never know who he's looking at.
wow, he's playing a character named
man.
Saw Gerrera, and that is actually a character from the Clone Wars series, which is kind of neat that they're finally merging the two.
And it looks like his outfit is pretty sweet. It's black, isn't it? It's like a black stormtrooper outfit.
No, he's black, Travis.
No, I mean I know that, but I'm pretty sure his stormtrooper outfit is all black as well.
Oh, okay. I
not-
got you.
I don't even know where to go from there.
How about into the next movie?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about a movie that I myself am kind of excited to see because I went through most of my
Because you have a heart.
but I went through most of my adult life and never seen Finding Nemo. I actually recently watched it I think about a year ago, maybe.
Oh my god!
You're a son of a bitch.
What happened to you?
It's one of my wife's favorite movies.
And you just watched it with her a year ago.
yeah,
And
You're a
he's seen
monster.
Wall-E like 50 times.
That's a good one, though.
I love Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Oh,
He's
I got a new
fantastic.
TV. Let me see what Wall-E looks like. Oh, I put a new setting on my TV. Let me see what Wall-E looks like.
I'm gonna kill you.
So basically, as often as you get TVs, about 6 times a year.
So you move 1,300 miles away just so you can insult me and I can't stab you.
So is Wall-E your favorite movie?
No, it's
Okay.
not. It's just one of the best looking animated movies on a TV. Okay.
What about Up?
Yeah, if I want to cry, I'll watch it. But Finding Dory is out in theaters, and it seems to be doing quite well.
How well?
Well, to the tune of 135 million doll hairs.
Doll hairs, you say?
Yeah, that's a new currency in case you guys didn't know.
Oh, no. It's like 1.76 to every dollar.
Repeating, of course, yes.
Repeat it.
But yeah, $135 million is what it's done so far. So it makes me think, is this going to be everyone's new favorite Pixar movie?
Probably not.
I've heard from people that I've talked to just at work that they actually liked Finding Dory more than they liked the original.
Really?
Yeah, and
I liked the original, but it was never my favorite.
yeah, somehow it was Dory has a child in the movie, but I don't know if you know who the father of the child is, or it's like a episode of Maury Povich, like throughout the whole episode, or she forgets who the father is. Like I don't really
She
know
probably forgets.
what that's all about. I mean, I don't know. So it's kind of I need to go see it. I'll probably do it within the next week. I kind of really want to see Independence Day as well because I can't believe it's been 20 years since the first Independence Day.
20 years. Get out of town.
Yeah, 20 years. You would have been how old? 6?
8.
8. Maxwell, you would have been 12.
That's a long time ago. It makes me sad.
Yeah. So
So what is your favorite Pixar movie?
my favorite Pixar movie is Wall-E a Pixar movie?
Yeah, it's a Pixar movie.
Yeah, that would be it. That would be it.
What about you, Maxwell?
Pixar?
Yeah.
He's gonna say Toy Story. You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me.
I'm not even going to try it.
Could I go with, Monsters Inc.? Is that
That's a
Pixar?
great one. Yeah, it's Pixar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see Monsters University? That's the second one, right?
Yeah, it's a prequel, though.
Oh, was it good? I didn't.
I
see
did.
It.
It was all right.
I liked it.
Oh, okay.
Mine is Toy Story. It's one of the first movies I remember seeing as a kid, and I loved it.
That was the first Pixar movie ever made.
Yeah, and it was one of the first movies I remember seeing in my youth.
Do you know who's responsible for Pixar?
I'm going to guess your Lord and Savior, Steve Jobs.
You got it. Thank you. I like that.
Thanks.
Definitely not because you brought it up before in an episode.
Yeah, I did not ever bring that up.
You did.
I know I did. So
Okay.
now let's talk about something that's near and dear to Papa Maxwell's heart.
Okay.
I'm just going to refer to you as Papa Maxwell the rest of the
Hey, just call it how's it is.
How's it is.
What?
What is it?
I was
What's-
segueing. I said, let's talk about.
what- something that's
Go
near
ahead.
and dear to my heart.
Go ahead.
Let's keep it going. This is
Forever.
good. Little banter.
I was trying to do a segue into you. What's near and dear
It
to
was
your
pretty
heart?
poor.
What's near?
Besides you and our friendship.
Well, that was before you started insulting me.
Think film.
Yeah, no. So here's big news.
Big news.
For-
How big?
Because we're all nerds, right?
So big.
So let me ask you first. Justin, how many Aliens movies have you seen?
You want the honest answer?
Well, yeah. Probably 0 because you haven't seen any movies. So Travis,
Yeah.
how many movies have you seen in the Alien franchise?
I've seen all of them in the original trilogy. I've seen
Well, it's a
Prometheus.
quadrilogy, but okay.
Well, quadrilogy. I've also seen the prequel, which is Prometheus. And then the only one that I haven't seen that I remember is Alien versus Predator. I did not see that.
We'll keep it that way.
And I
'cause it's
also did not
trash.
see, was Alien Requiem,
That's a hard word to say. Don't worry about it.
was that part of the, no.
Well, it was Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Okay.
So it's just like a sequel to the first
Okay.
terrible Predator movie.
Yeah,
Alien
I didn't see those. So,
All right. So, Justin.
Does E.T. count? He's an alien.
So,
No, I'm kidding.
big news: Alien movies are kind of getting they're catching some traction again, right? And we got to talk
Traction.
about it before. So we do have Alien Covenant, which is the sequel to Prometheus,
yes.
which is a semi prequel to any of the Aliens movies.
I'm excited.
And there is huge talks, of course, of Alien 5 with Sigourney Weaver.
Oh,
In case you didn't know, she's like the
I
main.
know.
Okay.
I'm aware. I'm
Yeah.
not completely ignorant.
But the news today, we actually have Noomi Rapace, the girl that played Dr. Elizabeth Shaw in Prometheus. She originally was not coming back, and I think I mentioned that in the last episode that I was on.
You did?
However, she is back, but there's no news as of like how long she's going to be on set, what she's going to be doing as far as in the film. Like, is it just kind of basically bring her in and kill her off? Because that was like a big question. Like, if she wasn't going to be there at all, but she's not like a main, like big character, I guess so far. And then there's just out actually today of our recording. Danny McBride was shown in a photo in a control room of the ship, and it shows him speaking with director Ridley Scott. And he's kind of set up in like that traditional like uniform that they had in the Aliens franchise in the first set.
Hmm.
And the ship really does look like it's right out of the Alien franchise. like the controls, the old school look. Um, so I'm looking forward to this. Honestly, I think this will be a really big launch
Now the
as
one
far as that series.
now the one with Danny McBride, is that going to be the Alien Covenant movie, or is that going to be the one that, or is he supposed to be in the one that's related to
Prometheus.
Prometheus?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
correct.
yeah. I like when I think J.J. Abrams did a really good job with the new Star Wars movie as far as having it have the same look and feel as the originals, and I hope. And from you saying that it looks like the ship straight out of the Alien movies, I hope they do a good job of kind of capturing that same type of feel that the Aliens movies had. I think a lot of times when we look at the new Star Wars movies, even though they were supposed to be prequels, they were way far more advanced than what we knew as the original movies. So I hope that they do the same kind of service that J.J. Abrams did to, the new Star Wars movie. So I'm really excited for it. I'm kind of curious to see how Danny McBride fits in this cast because we've only ever really seen him in comedy roles. So I'm really kind of
Yeah.
anxious to see what he has to bring to this movie if he's going to be traditional Danny McBride, which I hope to God not, but it's going to be anxious. I'm going to be anxious to see what kind of how different he is in this role.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, is he going to be the doobie smoking guy
Yeah,
again?
yeah. I really don't know. I mean, he's a good actor, but I think he's been typecast for such a long time and a lot of the movies that he's been in. So I'm kind of excited that he's in it just to maybe kind of showcase more what he's able to do. And I'm also excited that the girl from Prometheus is coming back. Like kind of like you said, maybe she'll be back long enough to possibly kill off. But I'm glad to at least see her return, so they don't have to explain why she may not have been in the new movie. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So enough about that. Does anybody have anything else about movies before we move on?
I think I'm good.
Okay, cool. Well, Justin, why don't you talk about some of the big sales on Steam? I know you're a Steam
Yeah,
fan.
I am. The annual summer sale is taking place right now. I think it started yesterday.
Oh,
and
you said it was a sale. You never told me it was a summer sale. Those are the
it's
really
the
good deals.
summer sale.
Oh, now I'm interested.
Yeah, now you're interested. Basically, it's 2 weeks of just crazy, crazy deals, and they've changed the format. Used to, they would just like rotate the games in and out each day, so you'd have to actually pay attention to get the game you want on sale because the game that's on sale today may not be tomorrow. They changed that up, I think, a year or two ago, and now all the games are just on sale from day one, and they stay on sale the entire time. So, a few games stood out to me. Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. You can get it for $27.99. The Division $44.99, which I don't think that deal's that great. Maxwell Alien Isolation $12.49.
Yeah.
So you can play
That's
it
my
as-
jam
Yes.
that I've played 12 minutes and 49 seconds of.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The next three I think are really great deals. You can get Fallout 4 for $29.99, and with the VR announcement at E3, it's a good time to pick it up. Doom, which just came out a month ago, $35.99, and The Witcher 3 for $24.99. And your favorite game, I think you've talked about it a lot, Rust, you can get it for $9.99. $9.99. Get it and play with me. I'm lonely.
Is that a good deal?
Oh, it's great. It's usually 20, but 50% off.
I actually have Rust, and I've played it about a total of 10 minutes.
Well, we're gonna change that.
Well, that sounds like a lot of really good deals.
And there's probably thousands more than that. I'm not exaggerating. The Steam library is huge, so check it out.
Yeah. Now, one game that you may not want to pick up is a game that we've talked about many of times on this podcast. It's a game called
Destiny.
No,
That's not on Steam. I'm just kidding.
Mighty Number 9.
Oh, is it on Steam?
It's on all platforms.
Is it on sale?
Who cares? It's so bad you may not want it, supposedly, according to all these terrible reviews. Yeah, it's not getting received well by audience.
I kind of heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, this was a Kickstarter campaign that was going on for close to 2 years. It got all its backing within the first 48 hours that it was up and even met all stretch goals, and it's been this long since this game has come out. And one of the things that I find really interesting is the lead guy that also worked on Capcom on a lot of the original Mega Man games. He basically came out and said, he was quoted saying, "I kind of loathe to say this because it sounds like a lot of excuses, and I don't want to make any excuses." He says, "I own all the problems that came with this game, and if you want to hurl insults at me, it's totally my fault. I am the key creator, and I will own that responsibility." a lot of people are giving this, 5 out of 10, 2 out of 5 stars. So I mean, it's not getting good reviews at all, which is really disappointing because this has been a game that I know that myself and Maxwell have been looking forward to for a really long time because we're big Mega Man fans, and it looks like it might just be one of those games that I pick up when it's like a $5 game.
It's
Yeah,
So
probably
it's
the
really
Steam.
sad too, and for him to come out and have a comment like that because I mean he's a Japanese man and he's trying to come out and make this like a big thing for him and his name, but
Are you saying he
Japan,
should fall on his sword?
no,
it
I'm
sounds
just
like he
saying
did.
he might is the problem. Like it's scary. It's kind of sad. Like just the culture around that, like a saving face and everything,
Yeah, they
like
don't.
with the business. I mean, it's kind of a big deal, and for him to come out and like apologize that hard, I mean, it's gonna be like really a lot of pressure on him. Sadly,
Yeah, and I hope that no bad comes of it. I mean, honestly, I don't know how much of it is stuff that can be fixed with future updates or patches. Maybe it's something that can get better. Uh, One of the things that I found interesting is that one of the biggest complaints is frame rate issues. Which for the type of technology, like when you think about a Mega Man game, and then you think about the hardware that we have to work with next gen consoles and PCs, you would think frame rate would be one of the least things that you would have to worry about with a game that's like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, a console can run Battlefield and the graphics that it has.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just the fact that I think that they tried to maybe in the beginning make it too multi-platformed, as opposed to maybe picking three different platforms and saying we're going to really optimize it for these 3 platforms before rolling it out to others. I think that may have been the approach that they should have took. I think maybe they just bit off a little more than they can chew, so to speak. One of the other games that we forgot to mention on our E3 episode last week was an X. I don't know if it's an Xbox exclusive game, but I know that it is a game that they talked about during their Microsoft's conference. Is that a game called We Happy Few? It is a game that looks very, very similar to BioShock. For those of you that are BioShock fans, the preview started off with a guy, and you have this old classic type music playing, and he is he's looking through these different things on this machine, and you notice that everybody around him has like these. Justin, was it a mime mask? Is that what it was?
I don't know. It was just
Yeah, it
creepy.
looks
I
like
don't know what it was.
yeah, it looks like some kind of like a masquerade kind of.
Yeah, it's like a mixture between like a masquerade and a mime almost. But you think everything's kind of normal, and then he plays a little farther into the demo, and then you go in and like you think that you're going into a birthday party, and you start hitting this piñata, and the next thing you know, inside of the piñata instead of candy, there's like a rat or something that's all bloodied and gross, and everybody starts eating it.
Yeah, it was weird.
It turns south real quick, but it just looks really interesting. It looks like one of those games that'll kind of trip you out a little bit. I think a lot of those games, kind of like BioShock, when you first play it and then you realize that everybody is just wandering around insane and talking to themselves, and it just gets crazy really quick. So it definitely looks interesting.
Now, who's making this game?
I believe it's an independent developer. It's not a big name studio, because they brought that game up when they were talking about how important indie studios were, like small publishers. So,
Compulsion games.
yeah, so it's probably one of their first games. And the fact that they made a game that looks that good, and it's probably one of their first ones, I think it really kind of shows that there's a lot to be told from small developers, a lot of original concepts and stories. So I'm pretty excited for it. It comes out for early access and Xbox preview on July 26th. If you have not checked out the gameplay, make sure you do so. On the internet. But yeah, it's definitely one that I'm kind of excited about.
Yep. You mentioned how that was shown at E3, and we actually got some listener feedback from E3. Justin says he's upset that he didn't get to see anything from Shenmue 3.
Oh yeah,
How they made such a big deal about it last year, and then they just completely, there's nothing.
That's true. They came out on stage and everything, right? And didn't they do, after they made like an appearance, Did they turn it into a Kickstarter campaign?
Yeah, the listener, he said that he paid $100 for that Kickstarter, and he kind of expected to see something, and nothing. No update, nothing.
Did you ever play Shimmy, Maxwell?
I think I watched you actually play it.
Yeah, so it originally came out on the Dreamcast, and then they had it, I think, on the Xbox as well, right?
I don't know.
And then they had Shimmy 1, Shimmy 2, and they were supposed to tie it up with Shimmy 3, and that's what the whole announcement was about at last year's E3. But yeah, to Justin's point, he's absolutely right. I mean, they didn't really follow up with that at all. And I do believe that the Kickstarter campaign met or exceeded its goal within the first week. So for them not to have said anything seems kind of like a missed opportunity. I think if it was Microsoft, I think it was maybe their conference possibly.
Sony.
Sony.
Yeah, Sony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's one of those big culture phenomenons. That game. Like I remember playing. I never thought I would have so much fun playing a game where I actually had a job and I had to go to work every day in the game. I love being a forklift operator. It's like my jam.
Have you played Papers, Please?
No.
You should. It's probably on sale.
Oh, I got to get it then.
It's just a game where you have a job, but it's like really just
A mindless job. Is it VR?
No, it's just you're like a.
Is it kind of like that surgeon game where you just move your hands around?
No. It's like you're a passport clerk, like a customs agent, but you're like in some country that is war torn, and it's very just kind of depressing actually, but it's really good.
So you're literally going through people's luggage looking for stuff?
No, you're going through like their passports, and you have to match up their ID with their actual identity, and
That sounds
maybe
boring.
No, it's actually not. Like there's like surprise terrorist attacks and shootings that happens, and that may.
I don't want that kind of pressure on me.
It's pretty nuts, actually.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Sorry to bring it down, guys.
Yeah, way to bring it down. Maxwell, you had something really interesting that you wanted to bring up about a restaurant down in Orlando, didn't you?
Yeah, so anybody that's ever coming around the area in Florida, Orlando, which is not too far from me.
If you want to hide from Pitbull and Flow Rider.
Oh my God, yeah. So I've actually had a couple friends run up there and check it out. But there is a restaurant, and if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z at all, it's called Supa Saiyan Restaurant, and that's Soupa Saiyan
Kind of like
Restaurant.
soup. Yeah, I like that. It's play on words.
Yeah, like super, but soup. But it's basically just a noodle shop, and they have like Korean and Vietnamese and some other types of like Asian noodle soups. You can like create your own, or they have some that are inspired by the show or whatever. But the whole theme inside is Dragon Ball Z. There's like artwork and stuff. It's pretty cool. And I'll say if you do go down there, a couple things. It is a little small, so there's not a whole lot of seating. They will pay with a Square reader, which is fine. And then they don't have AC as of right now.
That's not good.
And as you know,
That's super.
it gets really hot down here.
Yeah.
So if you go in, maybe take it to go, but definitely check out the scenery. But the reviews on that place are outstanding.
Maybe they do it that way to simulate what a fireball would feel like if it was around you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or as Pitbull would say, fireball.
Sorry.
Well, I do love noodles, but I gotta say I've never seen a single episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I haven't either.
You're alone there, Maxwell.
Yeah,
well,
never.
other than our listeners, you're alone.
Yeah, it's whatever. You guys just pretend to be nerds.
Oh.
Speaking of nerds, either of you watched last week's episode of Game of Thrones? Bet you didn't.
I watched. No.
Absolutely not.
Well, anyways, I know this isn't in our notes, but I want to talk about it because it's really interesting. It was called Battle of the Bastards, which was between two characters in the show, Jon Snow and Ramsay Bolton, which are two bastards, and hence why the name is Battle of the Bastards. But I'm not really going to get into any spoilers, but some of the interesting things that I found out by reading on the internet is that that single episode alone took 28 days to film, and it cost $10 million.
Sounds like a waste of money.
Lord.
But it is, even if you don't watch Game of Thrones, like if you just enjoy really good battle scenes and stuff, like it looks like it would have been straight out of like Braveheart or like Gladiator. I mean, it was pretty legit. I
Check
mean,
it out.
there was a giant. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, it was good enough that one of my friends was over at a buddy's house and he's never seen Game of Thrones, and that was the first episode he's seen. and now he's like going to subscribe to HBO just so he can watch Game of Thrones.
Well, now he's going to be disappointed with every other episode because he watched the best one.
There's several best episodes.
That
in
doesn't
Game
make
of Thrones.
sense.
There really is. But it kind of reminds me of when I first watched Lost, because the first episode of Lost that I watched was the whole series finale, the very last episode of the whole thing, and I was like, "What the hell did I just watch?"
Yeah.
And then I went and watched.
You find out that's your reaction though to every episode, basically.
Yeah.
When you watch it start to finish.
Yeah, so, but no, I just wanted to throw that in there because we were kind of talking about TV shows. But yeah, I mean, the fact that one episode can cost $10 million is just, this is why we're broke, right? But anyways, so let's talk about some nerdy things, Maxwell. Let's talk about things that are Comic-Con-esque.
Oh, all right then.
Because
So
there's events and things, right?
there are always events. I mean, you got them in little old towns of smaller states. You got them in big old cities of big old states.
We just had Comic-Con up here a couple weeks ago in this little old town.
Yeah. So there's there's one actually coming. I think in the next week on like July 2nd or something in Miami area.
I bet you
And
that's a pretty
everybody said
big one, though.
Yeah, everybody said it was a really good one to check out. So I got to come up with something.
Oh, are you going?
If I'm gonna, I'd like to. I just depends on work.
Do you have any names that's going to be there, just so we know and we can be
I
jealous
don't know
of?
anything. I just heard about it today, so that's kind of why I wanted to bring it up. But so the big thing for me in my discussion really is just like, I mean, have you guys been to one? Justin, have you gone?
No, I never have. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I've never gotten the chance.
So when I was in St. Louis, I went to a Comic-Con. Well, only one day. I mean, they're typically 3 days worth. But yeah, I went to one day, and luckily it was a day that I believe Stan Lee was there, and then Lou Ferrigno was there as well.
What?
Yeah. It looks like Kevin and Jay from Jay and Silent Bob's going to be at the one you're going to. It looks like. Is it the Miami Beach Convention Center? Is
I think
that where
it's
it's
the
at?
Florida SuperCon.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
looking at.
Yeah, it looks like Marina Baccarin, who was Deadpool's girlfriend. She's going to be there. Ben McKenzie, who is Gordon in Gotham. And, of course, William Shatner.
Yeah.
Say hi to him for me.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah, it looks like
that's
oh,
actually a really good lineup.
yeah, and the Fonz is going to be there, bro.
Bart Simpson.
Hey,
Yeah. But I will tell you one of the best things.
The voice of Winnie the Pooh is going to be there. Sorry, I just had to get that out there.
I'll tell you.
not the person, just the voice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
One of the things that I went, and I just want to tell you this to kind of so you can prepare your wallet. One of the things that I went for that I did not expect to be so caught up in, like obviously people go for the stars and stuff, but one thing that I went not anticipating was all the artists. Like a lot of times there's artists there that actually either work or have worked like on Marvel or DC projects, and there's people there that will literally do drawings while you're there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like there was a guy that was one of the artists for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I bought one of his drawings. And then there was a guy that would literally walk up and you would just say, you basically just tell him what, like he would say, what Marvel superhero do you want? And you would just tell him, and he would literally just draw right in front of you, like 10 or 15 minutes, would sketch something out, and you would just pay him for it. Like I did not intend going to buy artwork, and that's what I didn't buy a single stitch of clothing. I just bought artwork while I was there. Because it was
Yeah,
just
it's really cool.
Yeah, and there's also really and poster selection is really good too. So and they have tons of, well, it's no surprise, but they have tons of comics there too that you can buy. So but yeah, it looks like you're going to a pretty good one. You definitely got to meet the Fonz. But I would say if any viewers have any suggestions on what Maxwell should go to Comic-Con as, that would probably be. I'm sure Maxwell will take suggestions, right?
I have an idea.
Oh yeah, man. I need some ideas.
I have an idea. I'm going to segue into this new bit of information I just found. You should go as Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
Oh, dude,
because
I wish.
they just announced that there's going to be a novel series that's going to connect the trilogy to Andromeda.
Wow,
Just
that's
announced.
that's a good idea.
Breaking news.
Is that real?
Yeah,
For people that read things, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna get on audio.
Man, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, audiobook.
Yeah. But
Dude, I would rock a Commander Shepard
how
outfit
soon is
for
this?
real.
How soon is it?
The book series?
No. How
Oh.
soon it's
Oh
July
no,
1st?
this thing's like it's like in 2 weeks. I cannot go to this one, but
Oh, okay. So you're
it'd
not.
be nice.
Yeah. Well, you have one coming up in September if you're still going to go. So you also need an outfit for that too. So
That's right. I know.
Yeah.
I really want to go as Mad Max.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
you could definitely do a Mad Max.
Yes.
You,
I know.
You
I
would
just
make.
got to get the stuff.
You got to get a leather jacket, and
throw
Half a
some dirt
football
on 'em.
pad.
are you going to go as which Mad Max are you going to go as?
I mean, they're all kind of really
Like
the same.
Road Warrior? Or are you going to go with a huge beard or what? I'm kind of
Oh, I mean, whatever
yeah.
facial hair I got right now.
Yeah, I'm still trying to decide. I'm really thinking about I don't want to feel like I'm a cop out, but I really want to go as have you seen the skit on SNL for when Kylo Ren was the undercover
Yeah.
boss and he's Matt the radar technician?
Yes, that
How-
would be so perfect.
I want to go as Matt the radar technician.
You should. That'd be
I
an
just-
easy one to pull off, too.
Yeah, I know, and I just think that would be really
I
good.
heard Kylo Ren has a six-pack.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Justin, you should try to go with us if you can.
Okay.
But yeah, so
What would you, Justin? What would you go as?
Oh, God. There's so many different possibilities. I don't know.
I think you'd make a really good Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, that's not a compliment. That's a really bad thing to say to someone that you care about, Travis.
That's
You
debatable.
know, I would also be happy to go as Nacho Libre.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Nacho Libre. Yeah, that would be a good one. I'm just trying to think of people that I would want to go as because, when you're short and fat like myself, there's not a whole lot of people you can go as unless it's Nacho Libre. You got something to say?
I don't think you're short and fat, but when you say
Mario?
short and fat, I immediately think of Bobby Hill from King of the Hill because he was short and fat.
damn it, Bobby! What the hell?
That sounds just
Oh
like...
my God, that's perfect. That's the same guy who made King of the Hill that made Silicon Valley.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Mike Judge. Yeah,
Oh, he also did Beavis and Butthead.
he did it. Yeah,
He did Beavis
He
and
did
Butthead.
it.
Yeah,
Well, that'd be a good costume too. Cornholio.
there you go. Yeah, but I don't know. What's your all's is this is going to be your first Comic-Con, Maxwell?
Yes.
And
yeah.
Justin, you still have not.
I've never been to one. I've always wanted to. I just haven't had a chance.
Well, maybe one of these days when we get famous, we'll have a booth at Comic-Con. People can come sing our praises.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it would be fantastic.
We're
So,
working on it.
Yeah, we're gonna get famous one day.
We are famous.
Yeah,
We are international.
I mean,
In our own eyes,
we have more
are.
episodes than Star Wars, so we got to be
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
Well, I mean, we are international. We do
Yeah.
have listeners in several countries.
Yeah. So, other than that, does anybody have a pick of the week?
Nah. Finals week kind of screwed me. So
So I guess we'll see.
next week, listeners.
So we'll have a pick of the week next week.
Here's my pick of the week. Don't go to school. It takes up all your time.
I don't know if that's good advice.
No, don't listen to
That's
me.
probably the worst advice.
Yeah, don't listen to Justin. He doesn't know. But I think that's all we have. I mean, we actually kept it under an hour this week, which
It's
is
that post E3 news drought.
yeah. It's really a dry spell, kind of like my sex
Yeah,
life.
you must be familiar with it.
Hey.
You beat me to the punchline.
Yep, I knew where you were going with that. But as always, we want to thank everybody for listening. We're still waiting on a sponsor for a code for everyone to have.
Yeah, we have the sponsor. We just don't have the code, but
Yep.
we're working on that.
And as always, we also want to thank Justin for his feedback for the podcast.
Yep.
We really appreciate that. I think he might be one of the first of maybe a handful to send in feedback, so we appreciate it.
Yep.
If
you give us feedback, there's a good chance we're going to read it on the air.
Yeah, because we don't. Yeah, we definitely will because we don't get any at this point, so we'll read all.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Any feedback you send,
Your
even
show
if
sucks.
even if I hate it, I will read it and I will own it.
Oh, and shout out to Soundman37 for your review. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, Soundman.
You know who you are.
Yeah. So as always, give us a listen, give us a like on Facebook, subscribe to us on iTunes, and
Follow on Twitter and Twitch.
Yeah, Twitter and Twitch, and we really need to start streaming.
We do.
That-
I've been wanting to play Overwatch and GTA and everything. I want to play all the games.
Let's stream Destiny. Just kidding. Maxwell,
Let's make our first stream all those games at the same time.
All at the same
Maxwell,
time.
have you gotten
All the
your
games.
have you gotten your PlayStation out of the box yet? Or is it still packed up?
It's up there next to the TV right now.
Is it hooked up?
Oh, you know it, baby.
You better get it on the internet because I'm sure you got 27,000 updates.
It updated just the other day. It was like one. I was really surprised. However,
because you only own one game.
yeah, exactly right. I was gonna say, however, I only own one game, so that's Battlefield 4.
I think that's going to change in the fall, though,
Why?
because you're going to have two games you're going to buy in October. One being
Tell me about
Battlefield
those
1,
games.
two
Yes.
being The Last Guardian.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Unless you're not going to play that and you just want me to stream it so
No,
you can
I
watch
really-
me play it.
yeah, pretty much. No, I just am expecting it to be delayed again, so I'll pick it up next
Yeah.
February.
Now, Maxwell, I know that we didn't really get to ask you your E3 feedback because you didn't really get a chance to look at all because you've been busy. But what I will recommend you look at that completely blew me away, two things. One, go look at the new God of War game that Sony announced. I've not ever been a huge God of War fan, because to me, I mean, I like them. They're hack and slash. They're fun. But the new gameplay that they showed for the new God of War coming out looks awesome. It looks like, do you remember watching me play Last of Us or any of those type of games?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks more like a Last of Us type of game where you're still Kratos, but you're basically trying to teach your kids stuff. So it's not your typical hack and slash. I mean, it has a little bit of a little bit of that type of stuff, but watch the gameplay for that. And then one of the things that Sony announced that I completely did not expect is Sony announced an exclusive Spider-Man game that's made by Insomniac Studios, which is the same company that does Psychonauts. They also do
Infamous Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive. Is it Jack and Dexter? Is it?
Daxter, but
I don't
Dexter.
know. Yeah, but anyways, you need to watch that as well because it completely blew my mind. It's an original game and it's not based off the movie as far as I know. So
Yeah, no, I saw a couple screenshots from it, and like his costume looks different from any of the movies or anything.
Yeah.
But no, the Spider-Man games when they come out, they're always just like fantastic.
yeah,
I remember when the very first one on like Xbox maybe that was
Well,
like open world.
the Spider-Man.
Or
It was the
360
Spider-Man
maybe.
2 where you had Doc Ock or whatever
Yeah.
as the enemy. Yeah,
Oh man,
that's still regarded as one of the best open world games.
That's great.
I think
it sets a standard, yeah, for sure.
Well, I think the reason that we are so content with Spider-Man games is who doesn't want to just swing around the city of Spider-Man?
it's so much
I
fun.
need that
Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
life.
I
So,
don't want to. I don't need to fight anybody. Just let me web sling everywhere.
yeah. So, but yeah. So there was some surprise announcements, but no, expect to buy two games at least in the fall because you're gonna have Battlefield and The Last Guardian. So,
Yep.
and sign up for that beta for Battlefield 1. It won't be out for probably a couple weeks. but
Probably September.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
yeah. So,
August.
all right. Well, that's all we have, guys. So, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.